If your Gmail still looks like this, you're about to get an update. If you'd like to preview what the update would look like, go to the Settings gear in the upper right-hand corner and click on it and drag down to Try the new Mentor Public Schools mail. When you do that, you will be able to preview new mail, which will be available for everyone sometime in the next week. Here's what new mail looks like. Notice it looks a lot like the redesign that Drive and Calendar have recently gotten. So you have the Compose button to make emails, and then you have your folders over here, and then of course in the middle you have the bulk of your email messages. One of the things that you might like about new mail is that you can complete an action without even opening an email. If you hover on any message, you'll notice that over here to the right, you can archive the message just by clicking right here on the icon. You can delete the message by clicking on the trash can. You can mark the message as unread if you've already read it, or if you haven't, you can mark it as read. And you can also snooze the message if you'd like to postpone reading it until a later date or time. If you're looking at a calendar invitation, like this one here, another thing that you can do without even opening the email message is RSVP for that calendar appointment. If you open up an email message like this one that I received from a student, you'll notice one of the things that happens in new mail is that you get some suggested responses. So this student tells me that he notices there was a lab missing in the gradebook, and he wonders if he can turn it in. And notice that just with a click of a button, I can tell him, yes, you can do that, and click send, and he'll get that message. Another thing that I really like about new mail is that you can click on and see the attachments that are in mail without actually opening up the message. So if I want to see this attachment, I can just click on it and the Google Doc will pop open and I can preview it without even opening up the email message. These three bars over here are your menu. And if you click on those, you can shrink the menu. So now you have just the plus sign for Compose and your inbox. And then that gives you more room to actually look at and preview your messages. If you want that full view back, just click on that menu bar again, and then you'll have that expanded view of the menu. Over here on the right-hand side, notice there's some new icons in this new version of Mail. Up top, you can instantly access your calendar, so you can easily integrate Mail and Calendar. Underneath that, we have the Google Keep icon. So if something you read in a message makes you want to create a quick to-do list or take notes, you can integrate right with Keep. Underneath that is Tasks. If you use that for your to-do lists, you can now integrate that with Mail. And underneath that is the plus sign if you're interested in investigating Mail add-ons. One more thing that I'd like to show, and that's the settings for Gmail. So if you go back up to that gear and click on it, you have a lot of things you can explore. I'm going to click on Settings. There's a lot of settings that you can change to customize the mail experience to be exactly what you want it to be, but I'm going to focus on just 4 of those today. So if you scroll down, one of the things that you'll find is Undo Send. So if you've ever sent an email message and as soon as you did, you realized there was a spelling error or you just thought better of sending it, you can click Undo for a certain period of time that you set in the general settings. I have mine set for 30 seconds, which is the longest period of time, but you can also go to 5, 10, or 20 seconds. Right underneath that is your default reply behavior, and my recommendation would be that everyone suggests reply and not reply all, so that you have to go out of your way to send a message to everyone who was originally on a message. If you scroll down just a little bit more, you'll see Conversation View. And if you have your Conversation View on, that will cluster all the emails that have the same subject together. And if you have your Conversation View off, each email you receive, regardless of the subject heading, will be listed individually in your inbox. If you scroll down just a little way more, you'll get to the signature area, and our district has asked that everyone create a signature in their email that includes their name, their role, and the building they work in. So you just click on the button to create your signature and type your name and your role and your building. And you can customize that with fonts and colors and size, and you can even include links and images if you want to do that. After you make changes in settings, scroll all the way down to the bottom and click on Save the Changes, and then your changes will be saved and you'll be all set to go. I hope you enjoy using New Mail as much as I do.